So talk about the elements that go into that for healthcare. I think this is This Week in Health IT. I think people understand the elements in that it is data, it's advanced analytics, it's advanced capabilities, artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'm trying to envision what other aspects. It's probably also processes, I would imagine, as well. I mean, what are the elements that come together around this?
So let me give you four broad categories. And these are just categories, right? These aren't specific products, but they're categories. Would you agree that we have a huge amount of new data sources because of the devices we wear, the devices we carry, the devices in our beds, the devices in our homes, right? All this data, lots of it continuous, high velocity data. How are you going to gather it? How are you going to curate it? How are you going to normalize it, put it in standards? So the first set of platform components I call gather, right? It's gathering all these new data sources from wherever they may be. And unfortunately, lots of them aren't in standard form. So there's just a lot of work to do to clean them up and to put them into a universal schema so they can be used for the next step, which is discover. Imagine you have 60 petabytes of data. That's a lot of data. How are you going to find the signal on that noise? How are you going to answer a question a clinician has today? How are you going to do precision medicine? Well, you need large de-identified data sets, again, in a normalized schema, and the tooling that is necessary so that you can create an AI factory. If you woke up this morning and said, oh, I have this theory, I bet that people who have a positive COVID test probably had certain characteristics. Oh, and long COVID, maybe that has certain characteristics. Well, you need the tooling to be able to explore that on very large scale de-identified data sets. And then you develop an algorithm. How do you know it's fit for purpose? And Bill, the joke I tell, which it's just of course not true, but it illustrates the point. We are going to use the data of Minnesotans. So it's 1 million Scandinavian Lutherans. And we're going to create an algorithm to look at some disease. And then we're going to apply it in Georgia. Is it going to work? I don't know, right? So you need a set of componentry that looks at bias, efficacy, the area under the curve. How well does this stuff actually meet the need of the patient in front of you? And finally, we're going to, once we have the algorithms and the analytics and the visualizations, how do we deliver them in a workflow so that a nurse, a doctor, some kind of extender can get the benefit of whatever decision support you're offering? So when you look at Mayo Clinic platform, it broadly falls into those four categories when you look at our co-investments and co-developments, the things that we've launched as joint ventures.